Welcome to the very first episode of Know Your Alumni, a brand new series where we celebrate the journeys of Jamia Hamdard graduates who are making their mark around the world. I am Namra Khan, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by our very first guest, Miss Ateeba, a proud alumna from the Department of Food Technology who has turned her passion into an incredible international career in UK. In this episode, we'll explore her journey, the challenges she faced, the milestones she achieved, and the lessons she learned along the way. Api, it's such a pleasure to have you. The very first question I like to ask to you is how you are doing today.
Yeah, okay. First of all, thank you for the kind introduction. And the question you asked, I'm doing good. It's Saturday here, a good day in Leicester, UK. So I'm doing good. And I'm really flattered by the introduction, as you said, the first alumni. It's a bit of a pressure being the first, but again, we'll talk through. And I hope the purpose of this call is served and I may be of some help by sharing my experiences to the wider audience. Yeah, thank you.
So we'll begin with the interview questions. Can you take us through your journey from your childhood to Jamia Hamdard, B.Tech and M.Tech? What were some key moments that shaped who you are today?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I can start with a bit of an introduction from my end, and then definitely I would come to your question. So, hello everyone. I'm Ateeba Kamal, and I'm from Moradabad, Uttar Pradesh, India. And currently, I'm working as an R&D engineer at PepsiCo and based in Leicester in the UK. Well, coming to your question, my journey began like any other student in India with lots of dreams, lots of aspirations, but particularly focusing on a career in medicine, and I was entirely focused on that goal. But however, I started exploring some new career paths and opportunities in between of my medicine, or as we call it, NEET in India. Um, so I started exploring new opportunities, new work streams. So food technology stumbled upon that time of exploring and deep research because it had a mix of everything that I was interested in, like engineering, chemistry, and food production. And that led to me to this great university called Jamia Hamdard, where I started my B.Tech in the year 2017. And then followed by that, I also did my M.Tech, which is the master's from the same university. Well, my key moments are many, but I would try to be concise and making them like in 3 points. So the first that really helped me in shaping my career path was the depth of the curriculum. Like the professors and the lectures were really focused on the deep learning and in terms of every aspect of food science and technology. The second, I would say that really helped was leveraging the guidance because I would definitely give that credit to my professors. I could leverage that guidance in getting good internships that opened many new doors for me in terms of understanding professionalism at that time of my graduation and helping me getting like a good knowledge into the real world, the hands-on experience. And also it provided me an encouragement to grab every opportunity that I could see and understand where my strong points are. And the third thing that helped me was understanding my own strengths and weaknesses and to work on those weaknesses over time. By weaknesses, I would mean that, okay, an area that I would feel I was not good at, it became good over time when I started working on it. So I would not say a weakness, but maybe like an opportunity to grow in that particular field. So all these three things really helped me in shaping my career path. And a big thank you to the professors and the entire Jamia Hamdard environment that helped me foster and grow.
Oh, I'm thrilled to hear your answer actually. Moving on to the very next question for you, it would be like if someone wanted to follow a similar path like you, what steps should they take?
Okay, there would be many, and I think if it would be exactly similar to mine, I hope it's good and better. But I can share what I try to follow is that I became something called a professional explorer. So being trying to be like a professional in the real world, try to be a professional explorer because success can come with continuous learning and the learning should never stop. So we should not just wait for information, but grow with time with new technologies and trends. So I try to do that. And the platforms that really helped me was a normal Google search, internship platforms like Internshala, which had really good opportunities, not just for food science, very core food science, but also things like content development and writing. So that's how I followed, and I got this introduction into the how to do that continuous learning. To be precise. And the second would be I to maximize your proximity. So like I was in Delhi and which provided an incredible advantage. So I used to go and work and volunteer in different seminars and conferences inside and outside the campus. One that I could recall myself was a very good vitamin D conference, which was an international one, and it gave me like a good advantage in understanding how to organize these things and what kind of speakers would come and how they would share their experiences with us. So maximizing your proximity also helps. And third, I would say is that building a wider net. So it is not just the studies or just your majors or minors, but also be curious in other fields. So, as in my experience, I was doing the spoken word poetry, which helped me in my communication skills, which helped me in building my character. And basketball, again, I used to play basketball back in Jamia Hamdard. That helped me in understanding collaboration, resilience, that soft skills that would help me in my professional career. So, I think if somebody wants to follow that similar path, maybe these things could help, and there might be many. And every experience is different because every individual is different. Yeah.
Moving on to the next question. Can you please highlight any personal habit or disciplines that help you grow in a global workplace?
Okay. Well, the discipline and the habits really help to grow in any kind of profession, to be honest. And personally, for me, is that one thing that really helped is to know the problem and then working on the solution at the very best, not to focus on the problem so much, giving it so much attention, but just to run to the solution by knowing, okay, there's a problem. So, first would be the problem solver mindset. We should not just flag an issue, maybe like have a good solution. After that, the second habit that I learned and it was helpful was communicating. I think clearly communicating what you really want, what your needs are help are really of a big help. And the I would say the other would be the being really honest. So, like for example, if you're doing something and you can't be trustworthy in that, I'm not sure if it would help in the long run. So, be honest to yourself, be honest to your work, and create that environment where people could see at you and they should think, okay, that person is responsible, that person is trustworthy enough. And then the other thing or the other habit is to learn embracing the feedback that you're given, because sometimes people give you a very good constructive feedback, especially people like I worked with in different startups, like the CEOs and the co-founders. They have so much experience in their lives. My managers, they have so much experience in life. So when they tell you, okay, you need to work on a certain thing, then you should take it really positively, very constructively, and work on it. And the other thing, and the helpful advice would be to be consistent. So maybe like on day one, you're not as good at something, but with that high quality effort, you could be, be consistently build a habit of improving in everything that you do. So being consistent is one of the habit that we can go for, and it will definitely be helpful.
Nice. It's really important to be consistent. As a student, we know that being consistent is a part of our student life. If we don't um, have the idea of being consistent, there are things which we tend to mess up. With this, we will go to our next question. Um, what should young professionals be ready for if they aim for a global career?
That's a very good question. Well, I would say that for a global career, the first thing that you should be ready for is adaptation. This is a good quality to begin with. And then also, in addition to that, which is very similar to adaptation, is cultural fluency, where you know the culture and where you should research the culture of the place you're going outside of your nationality or your place of origin. And then in a global setting, especially working in the UK, I got this important skill that I got a chance to develop over the span of 2 years was personal accountability and trust. It means that you drive your own work. So if I'm working on something, I would be very responsible. And because of the culture, it is because of the trust that people put on you, that okay, if I'm given a task, I would do it with my full heart and I would drive my own work and the results. So that sense of ownership, I'm emphasizing ownership because you could steer your own work. And in addition to that, a sharp time management, which is really helpful. Well, all this could result to the high impact results because wherever you work, be it in the UK or in India, ultimately you need to produce good results. And all these things like adapting well, having a good idea of the culture, and having that sense of personal accountability, I've learned over this time in the UK, and it is really helping me. So if you want to pursue a global career or have a global perspective in the long run, you should definitely focus on these things.
What were the toughest challenges or setbacks you faced on this journey, and what did they teach you?
Okay. So there's no journey which is complete without challenges, honestly. So there were setbacks and challenges. The one that tops the chart or tops the list would be the COVID-19 pandemic, because it was an unfortunate time for all of us. And it was exactly at the time when my B.Tech was finishing. So that time when I had the opportunity to go out and to pursue a job or to look for internships in my last semester. At that time, I had to go back and I had to be in that remote setup completely. But then every hardship comes with an opportunity. And that opportunity for me during that time, during that challenge, was remote working. And that's how exactly at that moment I landed my first paid internship. So, yes, it was a setback, a challenge, but there was an opportunity where I could collaborate with people across the globe, not just in India. So, I had a chance to work on a Wageningen University's project, which was a good learning for me. And along with that internship that I was doing in India, it gave me an edge to learn about the professional setting and about how could use my skills that I've learned over the B.Tech 3 years in the B.Tech to use them in the real world. So yeah, well, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up my challenge and how did I overcome it.
I remember in the last conversation we did, we talked about an aha moment of our lives. So, can we please discuss it once more for this video, and then we'll wrap up this video.
Yeah, sure, I can add that as well. Well, that aha moment was that during my last semester of M.Tech, while I was very focused on my dissertation, I got this opportunity to be sponsored and to work in the UK from India. So that was a very big moment. A moment that moment was like a pat in the back, because after this COVID-19 challenges and after that M.Tech, that I suddenly landed a job in the UK outside India. It was a good moment for me, an aha moment. But I think these kind of moments should never just wrap up in one year. They should keep on happening, and that requires hard work. So, and I'm ready to do that hard work now. So maybe in years' time, you would or we would have this call again. I would have more aha moment. You would also share your aha moment with me.
Yes, surely. It was pleasure talking to you. Um, Thank you so much for sharing your inspiring journey with us. Your experience, insights, and advice will surely guide and motivate students who dream of building a global career in food technology. And to our viewers, thank you for watching the very first episode of Know Your Alumni. Stay tuned for more stories that inspire, guide, and connect us to the amazing alumni of Jamia Hamdard. See you in the next episode. Thank you. So.